Hi everybody, it's me again. Um, so I'm back, introducing myself, reintroducing myself, constantly. But it's your girl Amani Stinson, and I'm back with another vid, right? But this time I'm gonna be doing more vids on my fits too. So for those that don't know, I have a 2 year degree in fashion design and tech. Fashion is I've always been like a fashion girly. I've always been a girl that was into fashion. All throughout like high school from young. Like I remember even in like fourth grade, I would like tell my mom like, no, I want to wear this. That's when Children's Place and all of that was popping. But again, I've always been a fashion girly. But these days, lately, I realized that I used to kind of try to fit myself into fashion spaces that I felt like I didn't fit into personally. Um, because I felt like that was like the thing. Like I grew up in a time where fashion was like really corporate. There wasn't really any like content creators. There wasn't any people like kind of just showing off their personal style. Like it was just like you go to school or you're self taught, you get an internship, and then you work in corporate, right? And I did that for a while. Like, I had a job on at the textile building on Fifth Avenue right out of college. Um, I taught fashion with kids. Um, but I just feel like I started to realize like I'm more of a street style, edgy kind of girly. I do, of course, I know how to put that shit on in any setting. But I realize like my personal style comes from a deep intuitive knowing of what feels comfortable for me and what feels good to me. My whole life, I feel like people have asked me like, where you shop at? How do you put your clothes together? And I really never had an answer for that. But that just brought me to the space of knowing that this is a niche that I have, and I should also be sharing this with the world, right? Especially now in these times where things are not so corporate, and you can actually make a whole career out of fashion just by posting the clothes that you wear, right? So I definitely want to get back into that. I, I definitely want to not even get into that. Oh my god, I'm stumbling, but I want to get into more of showing like my fits and the inspo behind my fits and what I feel like that day and how these things all tie into who I am. So, also thrifting is something that I've noticed that has become real mainstream lately. But I've been thrifting, y'all, for about 15 years. I'm 28. I've been thrifting for about 15 years now. I would go to my local Salvation Armies. Like I'm not just going to the Buffalo Exchanges, y'all. I'm going to wherever I can get something that's unique and all that, and I'm not afraid